Okay, is this thing working? Okay, I just heard my voice, it's working. Thank fuck. Alright, this is just a test try of this, because I only just realized just now that... Hang on a minute. There. So I only just realized that, because I searched on Google, that my PS3 micro camera that goes to the PS3 obviously doesn't work on PS4, because apparently the camera that you're supposed to buy with the PS4 clicks into the back. So I can't exactly have a camera right now, but I realized that you can have a compatibility with the voice. So this is just a test, and once I finish this, I'll probably have to buy one, and well, hopefully that goes well as well. But this was just basically a test, so don't think of it. I'll rename this and I'll just call it the test try of the microphone, because I'm planning on doing a Bendy and the Ink Machine where I'll be talking through that, and basically you hear my experiences. And I look back on my previous walkthroughs of where I've actually spoken through it. Now, Life Was Strange was very bad, and the way I think it was bad is that I was swearing way too much, and I think at some points I may have been a bit racist at some points. I can't really remember. I think I definitely was a bit racist. I don't know why. I think it was too much, and I think people wouldn't really want to watch that if it's like, if it kind of feels like it's aimed at them or something. So I'm gonna dull down with the swearing, and hopefully things go well with the Bendy and the Machine walkthroughs. But I will also be doing a renew of the walkthrough of Life is Strange as well, episode 1, and I'll be a little bit better on that, and I won't swear as much, and I'll try to be more open with more of the stuff. But yeah, I mean, I really want this to go well for everyone when they're watching these recordings, and I don't want them to just like have some random recorder just kind of copying Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or Dorko or something and just swearing 24/7 throughout of it, thinking that they're just, oh, we're acting just like the big dogs. Not really. Because I want to be my own, you know, YouTuber, and I want to like make entertainment for people to watch, like to see someone else's point of view. And I want to get that across. I want to make sure that that's done right, and to show that I haven't learned anything bad. So I'm going to do this the right way, and hopefully after I get a couple more games coming out, I'll get that done. Although I'm also playing Bendy and Machine, I also want to address, I did try making a walkthrough of the Sonic Forces, but for some stupid reason it won't allow me to show you the cutscenes, and it just completely blocks it off. Now, if it was on like PC or something, or if I had a computer, I'd be able to do more, but unfortunately I only have my PS4 and my TV and this camera and a couple of games, and that's really all I have. So gonna have to wait a little longer until I can do other games like that. I mean, I was wanting to purchase Ratchet and Clank, because I do like playing that, but unfortunately, apparently that also has it as well, so you have to wait until that. Now, there's kind of a lot of games that have this process where you can't record the broadcast, and it completely pauses it, and you get this blue dot waiting thing just because you can't see the cutscenes, which I think isn't really fair. So I'll wait until I get a PC and computer stuff for that. What I'm hoping is that I'll give a try with Sonic Racing, and also the Crash Team Racing. Now, I've played Sonic All-Star Racing, and I love that game. And even though I don't think you get to transform in the new one, I'm still going to enjoy the racing. And to be honest, I think my favorite boy would have to be Shadow or Silver. I really am good with Sonic, but I think I'll let all the comments and stuff decide, like, what character do they want me to really play when I once I get the game, and once it shoots off. I will also, after Team Sonic Racing, I'll play the Doom Eternal because, wow, that brings back so many memories, and I really want to play that. And I hope my walkthroughs of the original Doom from 2016 was good, because that was my first ever time playing that game altogether. And I'm sorry if I died so many times, or if I act like a goof on there. I try to put some funniness into it, even if you can't hear my voice, just to kind of mess about, you know, as if the character is like having problems or issues. So I do try a lot to try and put some of my funniness into it, even if you can't hear me. Also, I think the other game that I probably want to play, oh yeah, it is the Crash Team Racing. Now that game is really classic because, I'll say it right now, my family and me used to love playing that game. And now that they've remastered it, it is amazing. So I can't wait for that to come out as well, so I can end up playing that game and have some tons of fun. I think everyone's kind of associated that I've called myself Excalibur. I chose the name because I thought no one really taken it yet. I haven't really seen anybody taking that sort of name yet for like a YouTuber, so I thought really hard about it and thought of giving it. Plus the S probably stands for Spyro because I am a big Spyro fan. But then there are tons of like gamers and stuff out there that have a special game. I think Jacksepticeye, I think he's really into Subnautica or Shadow of the Colossus. He has his two favorite games, and my two favorite games are really like classically you'd have a child as is Spyro and Sonic, because they were my best ones. I love those ones. They're awesome. I think what really got me into Sonic was Sonic Unleashed, because I just loved it. It just felt like a movie to me, and I just felt the whole boosting everything was amazing. And Spyro, I love the classic Spyros, but what really got me into it was the Legend of Spyro. I think I liked the fact that I could grow up with Spyro, and the fact that I could play the classics when I was little, but then I could just really, as I was older, I was thinking, can't Spyro grow up with me? And when I got the Legend of Spyros, it was amazing. The fact that I got like, whoa, it's like, did he just grow up with me? What happened? And I got this more realistic Spyro as it went on. I kind of felt like it was going through the whole Harry Potter vibe, where after every book and after every movie, it got more insane and darker, and for the Legend of Spyro series, it went down that line. But I was really looking forward to the movie when it was coming out at that time as well, but then it was cancelled and kind of ruined my childhood completely. And I was like, well, where's the fun in that? And then when they turned him into the Skylander version, it completely mortified, like, horrored me completely, because what happened? It's like, where's Ignitus? Where's Zero? Where's the Guardians? Like, where's Malifaux? It's like, what happened? And when they completely made out a series of the Skylanders, it totally 100% ruined me. And I thought one of my best characters that I've ever had is completely done. And I'm like, that's not fair. So, bringing back the classic Spyro, it really does remind me of the Legend of Spyro as well, because of his newish design, his horns, and just the way he looks. It really brings back, and I enjoy playing these three trilogies. It's just amazing to have Spyro back to his full potential, not this stupid Skylander stuff and messing up the way he looks, and you know, I really do like it. It is amazing. I love it, and I hope that 24 Bobs actually do something with the Legend of Spyro, because even though the Legend of Spyro, and a lot of people like, for instance, Antidude as well, he's said a lot about how much bad the game is, but to me, I feel like, yeah, you know what, some of the graphics and like stuff were, but then some of the combos and attacks took too long, or all these insane names. I feel like a lot of it was put into it, and I feel like if they just toned it down a bit, maybe it would have went well. But I love how they went that distance and decided to change Spyro. Like the Sonic movie that's coming out, it really didn't go as well. I mean, come on, the design it's like Detective Pikachu. They put a lot of like stuff into it in a lot of years, and they made it look perfect. Whereas the Sonic movie, they only did so much, and then it just kind of blew up in their faces, and everybody was like, no, no, 100%. And I feel like with Legend of Spyro, they did the same thing, whereas they just kind of tried something different, but at the same time, even though it was good, I think they rushed it too much, and I feel like they just kind of let's do this instead of hold on a minute, we need to make sure it can be liked by everyone. And I think that's why it went down in history. But to me, I just don't feel like it got another chance, because Legend of Spyro is basically the modern version of Spyro, just like modern Sonic is the modern version of classic Sonic. And a lot of modern characters do kind of inspire you to go back and play the classic versions. And sometimes they go and mix and match, like, because they kind of collide with each other. You play the classics, you want to play something like more modernish, you got the Sonic modern, but then it's like, wow, I love it. And if they've only played the moderns, then they want to go back and play the classics. It's really good how they collide with each other. And I felt like the Legend of Spyro was doing that. And then it was completely destroyed in Skylanders and just messed up, gone. And that's why I didn't like it. I hated it. I tried to like it. I mean, I did try to like the Skylanders, but they completely ruined him, and I didn't feel like it was fair to that character. Like, loads of other characters got to move on, but I feel like our favorite little dragon that inspired us to get into, like, playing an actual dragon as a character, I felt like it was just, done, squandered. So I really am appreciated that the Spyro Reignited trilogy did come back and brought the classic Spyro back to his full potential of who he really is. And I love how they've done it. And I hope and pray that they do the same thing to the Legend of Spyro. Although I might not be happy if they do remake a couple of changes that may be too different. But if it saves the Legend of Spyro franchise and they actually bring it back and they actually make him the modern version, even if it's just a different reality of like how they did with Sonic Forces, making classic Sonic a different dimensional version, they could do the same thing with Legend of Spyro, where he's just a different Spyro, but in a different dimension where things are more realistic. And I would love if they could do that, because they could take the next step with Spyro by doing that. And a lot of people are like disagreeing, saying that that's never going to happen, but then again, that's like saying that modern Sonic would never happen, because he's a completely different Sonic. He's not 2D, he's 3D. And he'll speed through and boost through. And it's like, a lot of people are like, that's not Sonic, but then they've adjusted over time. And I don't feel like Spyro got that, that initiative that deserved to be like that, So I feel like if they could just do that with Spyro, they go really, really far. And I hope they do, and I hope they have something in the works for that. So yeah, I am a really big fan of Spyro the Dragon. He basically kind of shaped half of my life of trying the best. And Sonic has done that as well. He's really shaped the rest of my life as well. So that is really cool. I am still kind of a bit iffy on other games though, because they kind of controlled and take over my life with playing them for so long. But I do like playing new things, like the Life is Strange. I could play the Wolf Among Us, I think the game's called. I think they were supposed to come out with a season 2, but I don't think that's happening anymore. I don't know. But I'd love for that to come back. I can play that if you want me to. I could play more Life is Strange if people like that. I'm definitely playing the Team Sonic Racing. I love Crash. If I get the chance, I will play the Reignited trilogy of Crash, because I love that game as well. I love the whole platforming and everything, and just it was amazing, the fact that they just brought him back. I kind of felt like when he came into Skylanders, I kind of felt like, yeah, hang on a minute, what are you doing? And then the Reignited trilogy of Crash came out, I was like, yeah, nice save, well done. You didn't ruin him, thank goodness. And I kind of felt like when they brought other like Nintendo characters into it, like Donkey Kong and Bowser, I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then Mario Odyssey came out, and I'm like, oh, they saved them too, thank goodness. Because I kind of feel like Skylanders was bringing too many cool characters into it and making them look stupid and dull. And I kind of felt like, okay, Skylanders is a really bad game, because they're making characters look really stupid now. And then characters come out into their new games and like, nice save. And I feel like Spyro never got that. But I feel like, yeah, I will play other games. Like, I don't think I can play any Mario games on PS4, because I think it's just really wish they could like do something where they could make Nintendo games to go on to PS4 and just collide with each other, because it makes things so much easier. And it means that you could play a lot of games. Like, I really want to play the new Smash, the Ultimate Smash Bros, but it's only for Nintendo, it's only for Switch. It's like, it's really not fair. And don't get me started on Bayonetta. I love Bayonetta, and that's a really good game I really want to play. Only I don't think there's anything for PS4 for Bayonetta. I don't know if... I think they only made it for Xbox, and I don't have an Xbox. I think they only made it for those. And apparently the third Bayonetta game, if it's ever coming out, is supposed to be only for Nintendo, and I really don't feel like it's fair. I really wish they could make these awesome games with these awesome characters for so many other, like, consoles. So then so many other people can play them. I feel like it's only one-siding a character, and I feel like if the characters had emotions and feelings, I'd feel like if they liked it, I feel like they probably would want their games to be shown off onto other stuff as well. And I feel like it's not fair they just kind of single them out on just one console. I really don't feel like it's fair. But I don't know much. I don't know much. It's just how they do it. There are other games that I could play on PS4. I don't have many subscribers. I know that. I'm not really seen. I don't have any likes, and that's fine. But I'm only starting off small. I'll get there one day. I'll have, like, you know, so many eventually. I'll have Haze, but this is just small. But I will make the mark one day. And I hope people look back on this and they're like, yeah, okay, that's cool. So I'm hoping that the number raises. I hope I do well by doing all these games and eventually, you know, getting onto that kind of level where Markiplier and the others all are, because they're really awesome. And when I watched Markiplier and Jack and Dorko and 8-Bit Ryan and all of them, after watching all of them, I was so inspired to do my own. They inspired me to do this. And I hope one day I'll get there just like them, because they can just show off to the world and just so confident. I want to be like that. So I hope that this works out, and I hope it does. Now, there has been a long period of time since I've not been on my channel and haven't been doing as much, and I want to say sorry for that, because I've been off looking after my dog that I got recently called Monroe, and I've been with family for a while as well, and I just really haven't had the time. But now that I have the time to do this, I'm going to try and do a whole lot more. I may not be able to do them as frequently as I used to, but I will try my best to get them all through and get all these walkthroughs all done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another walkthrough of The Legend of, well, it's really not a trilogy of Spyro. And hopefully, if I can, I will see if I can do a Bendy and Ink Machine maybe later on, and do like a first chapter walkthrough. As you could see with the majority of the games I try and play, I try and get 100%, as that is my goal. I love getting 100% on them by getting all the stuff if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to do the same thing with Bendy and Ink Machine. I mean, I wasn't really good at getting loads of stuff on Doom. To be honest, the Doom game I actually got off my brother, so I had to give it back to him, so I never got a chance to actually finish and get, like, go back onto levels and actually get all the collectibles and stuff, so it's kind of a sorry. But once Doom Eternal comes out, I promise you 100% I will get every single collectible if I can and hit that 100% mark, so that I can please all of you. And I'm still to this day trying to get everything on the Legend of Spyro. I don't think, there's one thing that I don't think I'm getting on the trilogies is that I don't think I'm getting the skill points. I tried getting one with the skateboarding, I managed to get it, but I don't think I can get all of them. And I think that's what's stopping me from getting platinums and stuff, because they're really hard to get, like flying through distances or doing stuff. But I will try my best to get 100% on all of them like I've always done, and just hitting that mark. So I'm gonna let you go now, and hopefully I'll rename this, and then I'll go straight onto the Spyro trilogy, and we'll see what I can do. And I thank you very much for listening to me and understanding. And well, I haven't had. I'm trying to think of a saying now because I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like usually, because Markiplier and others always come up with things like "See you in the next one" or "Peace out." But I don't know what mine is yet. So I'll figure that out one day or another. When I figure it out, I hope it's good. But anyway, it's just bye for now, and hopefully I do well. So bye for now.